I was introduced to Team Lynch from friends who highly recommended them. We lived overseas at the time and didn't have a lot of time when we came back to look for a house, and that's how we met them. We corresponded with them before we came back, and then we met with them for about over the course of 8 days when we were back in town. Team Lynch knew that we would be in town just for a short period of time looking for a house, and we had a very limited amount of time, and they made sure that they were very clear on what we wanted, and so that when we arrived, we pretty much hit the ground running, and I never felt that we had any wasted time looking at properties that weren't going to be a fit. They made sure we saw everything and not too much, basically. So they really kept it short and sweet, and if we wanted to see more, they were certainly aware of what else was on the market. My husband and I were very impressed with how quickly how responsive both John and Diane Lynch were to us. Anytime we had a question, the turnaround time was usually possibly minutes, if not even within the hour. And they were constantly available during those 8 days we were home. They were coming up with new properties, calling us, always getting right back to us after they contacted a seller if we had a question. Very quick to get answers. So we were incredibly impressed with their responsiveness and also just how dedicated they were to finding the absolute perfect place for us. They weren't trying just to find any place. They were trying to find the place that we would want. I never felt like they were giving us a hard sell. They were very quick to point out things that were wrong with properties. They weren't always rosy and trying to sell us the right thing. They were very honest about pointing out things that we should be worried about. As new buyers, we were first-time home buyers, and they were always very willing to answer any questions we had about problems, and they would give us usually both sides to an answer in terms of what would be okay and maybe what could be a problem. So we were pretty impressed with that. They weren't just trying to give us the hard sell. Diane has a great energy about her. She's got a lot of personality. She's very energetic, bubbly, very easy to talk to, and very likable. And John was very, very mellow, very easygoing, and also wonderful in terms of dealing with sort of the stresses that can come with buying a house for the first time. So he was a nice balance to Diane. So I feel like together they were a perfect team. I would recommend Team Lynch to anyone, any of my friends, because not only are they fun to work with and really, really fun to be around, they know what they're doing, and they're very, very good at their jobs and make it very easy, very, very easy.